Hello everyone and welcome to SAP ERP MM module tutorials. The topic for this tutorial is PR, NIT approval and tender approval. The T code used for purchase requisition as well as NIT and tender approval are ME51N for creation of PR, 52N for change of PR, 53N for display PR and ME54N that is for release of PR. The T code for creation of PR is ME51N. There are certain type of fields which we need to keep in mind while creating a PR. The first one is document type. The document type should be as per the requirement of our PR. There are three options available, that is supply, service and work PR. Supply PR is to be chosen only in case of supply items only. Service PR when we are creating a PR for service only, and the third one is work PR, which is to be selected when we are creating a PR which contains both supply as well as service line item, and correspondingly there are two types of budget expenditure. One is O&M expenditure and the other one is capital. So if we want to create a supply PR in O&M, then the document type used will be supply PR O&M. If it is a case of capital expenditure, then it will be supply PR capital. Now there are two other columns, account assignment and item category, which are to be filled very cautiously. Here in the PPT, I have mentioned different combinations of account assignment and item category that will be used while creating a PR. First is the supply O&M. The column A, that is account assignment, will be blank if the material is taken into store. That is, the supply item which is procured will directly updated. Its quantity will be directly updated in the store. In case the material procured is to be consumed directly at the cost center, that is, the quantity will not be updated in the store and it will be assumed that the material was directly consumed at the cost center. Then we'll take K in the column of account assignment. The other column is item category, that is I. For all cases of supply PR, column I will always be blank. Now next is the service PR, O&M. In service PR O&M, column A will be filled with K, that is a cost center where the service will be consumed, and column I will fill D, that is for service. Similarly, for work PR O&M, there will be different line item for supply and service, and the combination of A and I will be accordingly. In case of capital PRs, first one is the case of supply PR. We'll take Q in the column A if the material is taken into store, and P if the material is directly consumed at the project. As I told you earlier, column I will be blank for all the cases of supply, whether O&M or capital. Now second is service PR capital. Here column A will be filled with P that is for project, and I D. Now similar cases will be in work PR capital. Now the last case is the case of procurement of asset items. All the material code for fixed asset items will be created by the IT team and will be in the series of 4:4. In the procurement of the asset items, that is the fixed asset items, we'll take A, that is for asset, in the column of account assignment, and I will be blank. These are the different types of data we need to fill in a PR, that is material code, quantity, plant code, price, its purchase organization. For service part, we fill service required in short text column, its quantity, plant code, price, purchase organization and material group. There is a customer data tab in the PR header. These four details are to be mandatorily filled in customer data tab, that is procurement type, mode of procurement, PR subject and PR comment. The combination of procurement type and mode of procurement is must for generating the release strategy. If the user is not able to see the reflected release strategy in the PR, they must check the combination of procurement type and mode of procurement. Now we'll switch on to SAP and we'll further create a PR. Now this is the home screen of SAP. We'll run T-code ME51N for creation of PR. Such a screen will appear on the screen. Now first we need to select the document type. Here we'll click on the drop down menu and there are different types of document type available in the system. Here I am taking the case of work PR so that it will include both cases of both supply as well as service. So first step while creating a PR is to select the correct document type. Now since we have selected work PR will contain the line items for supply as well as service. So first we'll consider the case where we are procuring an item and the quantity is taken into the store. So if we check the PPT, that is column A will be blank and I will also be blank. First, we'll enter the material code. If you are aware of the material code, you can type the material code directly here. Otherwise, we can click on the icon. Enter our plan code and click on enter. So all the material code available in the plan code 102 will be visible and we can select from the drop down list. We'll enter the quantity. Unit will be automatically reflected. Plant 1102. Storage location. That is where the procured item will be. Quantity of it will be updated. Purchase group and purchase organization. That will be 1000 for UJVNL. We can also add the name of the requisitioner. Now click on enter. Now after clicking the enter, the bill of fields are opened. We need to enter the procurement type and mode of procurement. Since we are creating a work PR, we'll select A001, that is work O&M. And the mode of procurement. We'll take open tender as the mode of procurement in this case. Next is the PR subject. This is a mandatory field and the creator comment. Now first line item of our PR has been created where the item procured, its quantity will be directly updated in the store. Now we'll consider the second case where the quantity will not be updated in the store and the material is assumed to be directly consumed at the cost center. So in this case, we'll take K in the column A. K is for cost center. If we click on this icon, we'll get a drop down list. K is for cost center as we can see. Now column I, that is the item category, will be blank for all the cases of supply. Now we'll take the material code. Click on enter. Plant code. Since the material in this case will be consumed at the cost center, we can see that the field of storage location is gray. Valuation price quantity, purchase group, valuation price. In this column we need to enter the price per unit, and automatically the total amount will be calculated and reflected in the column total value. As we can see in first line item, we have taken the valuation price as 4,000 and the quantity is 2, so the total value is 8,000. We can add the requisitioner name and purchase organization and then click on enter. Now since we have entered K in the column A, the system is asking for the cost center. If we are aware of the cost center, we can directly type in the mentioned field, otherwise we can select the same from the drop down menu. We can search the cost center using H, that is the standard hierarchy. And then click enter. Controlling area, it will be 1000 for all the cases. Here we can select the cost center according to our plan code. So 2 line items of PR has been created. First one where the item will be directly procured to the store, and the second case where the item procured will be assumed to be consumed at the cost center. Since we have entered K in the column A for second line item, the system automatically asked for the cost center where the item will be consumed. Now next we'll create the line item for service cases. There are 2 types of service line item. Now next we'll create a line item for service. So we'll enter K in the account assignment column and D in the item category, that is I. If we click on the icon, we'll get a drop down list where D is for service. Now since there is no material code, we'll directly type the service to be procured in the short text column. So we'll type the service we are procuring in the short text column. This is the first case of service where the total amount is known and its further division is also known. Material group for all the cases of service will be 1054, that is service. Next is the plant code, purchase group and purchase organization. Now there are 2 methods to describe the services. If we click on this icon, we can see there are 2 options, services and limits. In such cases where the total amount and its division amounting to different services is known, we'll take the services option. And the second case is when the total amount of the service is known but its further division according to the services is not known. In such cases, we'll take the limits. So first we are considering the case of services. We'll enter the service again. Quantity will be 1 always for service, unit AU, that is activity unit, and gross price. This is the case where we know that the total amount 10,000 is applicable on the installation of CPU card. And then click enter. As we click enter, the system will ask for GL account and cost center. If we are aware of the GL account, we can directly type it here. Otherwise, we can select the same from the drop down menu. Next, we'll enter the cost center and click on enter. Now, a third line item of service has been created amounting to 10,000 rupees for installation of CPU card. Now, we'll take the next type of service line item. The data to be entered in the field A and I will be same, that is K and D. Enter the plant code. Now, same as above, we'll enter the short services procured in the short text column. We are taking the services construction of guard room. So this is a type of service in which the total amount is known, but the further division of the service and the amount is not known. Now click on enter. Now we'll maintain the services. Since we only know the total amount for the service, we'll create the limits. In this, we need to enter the overall limit. For example, we are taking that the total amount for construction of guard room will be 2 lakh rupees. But we are unaware of the further division of this amount. That is, how much amount will be taken for different types of services. In expected value column also, we'll take the total amount. Then click enter. Same as above, the system will ask for the GL account and the cost center. Now click enter. Now if we see, we have created another line item of service with limits. So in total, we have created 4 line items in this PR. Now to check if there is any missing data in our PR, we can click on this icon. If you take the cursor, it will show check. Now click on check. As you can see, there is a message, no messages issued during check. It means that all the data which is mandatory has been entered in the PR. Now we click on the header and we'll see the release strategy accordingly. Now after checking the PR, click on save. As soon as we click on save, a PR number has been generated. That is 12all-time-0-271. Now the next step is to release the PR, and the T code for the same is ME54N. Such a screen will appear. Now we can enter our PR number. Click on the other PR option, and here we can type our PR number. And then click on enter. Now such a screen will appear. We can see the option of release in front of the designated name. So we need to click on release. We can also add text if we want to at the time of releasing. This text tab will only be activated after we have click on the release. So after release we can enter. Since we have released at the A level, we'll select the text tab for A and type the required data. as we can see, we have released the PR at A level, so only the text tab for AE will be activated. If we click on any other option, we'll see the fields are gray and we won't be able to add any text. Now click on the save icon. Now after our PR has been finally released, we can display the PR in the T code ME53N. After the PR has been finally released, we can see there will be a message written final released in blue. Unless and until we haven't received this message, the PR is not, it means the PR is not finally released. Now after the final release of the PR, we can further process the PR. Now next we will see creation of NIT approval and tender approval documents.